me at the podium. And it's something that Barca fans now the home more support to Barcelona, more support to Testage, no more support to Chesney, will be a candidate, will be a but the final say no, every free right friend has a flake corner. And so where the man ends with Sequene, and now we can see game a year Barcelona name Valladolid Airborne, and the flake Kamayatias, yes, a Testage in Adam, and a chair and say, Testage, is ready for games. I will back. Wabrati and air course wakwakubi, and we a game I didn't start or gaining match fitness or gaining a year new man. I say he's in a condition that to beat me up one. I'm gonna see a kind and so our games are horror and so a see a kind room. Now, a say in a conversation, I say new man told Lino and no be a never to a branch of any what just says Niana and so Busami. Apart from performance and in the BBA course for just as in Ubuzamia, I'll tell you that these football teams, they are not running charity homes. They are not running football based on emotions. They are not running football based on the fact that morally you need to be in the position. They are football clubs and they believe in sporting decisions. And that's the only thing each and every single time is standing tall. So it's a tested ba, not tested your fate. Obetimiabo matches now. There is nothing like why dear Barcelona. Time not tested in Koy, Chesney was able to mine the put for Team FL Barcelona in 2025. The kind of performance what I did. No, that put not Team FL Barcelona and me Lucy till Dortmund ever show. You bring all those things to the table. But a sporting decision is near taking and so team of Barcelona. Said ye 2 year running will Real Madrid. The same thing as with me to a branch of Chesney. Because they believe that Testagin is their number one. And Testagin boy is one of their captains. So when it happens like that, they are not even thinking about whoever was there for a year to defend Barcelona when Testagin was not around. They believe, say, who is our number one? And Testagin is our number one. So we are available straight away. He is going to be in the post. There's nothing like Kubiaya there. He will sit back and say, morally and you're right. But football, so you're morally upright, don't go into football.
Oh, okay.
Because what football brings, so yeah, will be a say, oh, maybe a football, no, see, men, say the Musipano, that say, you are going to suffer in football. And you're near some be. This is how you'll be now to now again say, oh, Chesney by and Wayad, pa. And of course, Chesney by and Wayad, because time are not paying at them. Yes, not paying a yard, but the experience that he needed to make sure, say, or organizing a back, or to make sure, say, experience never to be a Yadiana Basafon Enya. Chesney no be our year insightful when it comes to that playing high line. Now or acting as a super goalkeeper. But when we fitting in so well against Inter Milan, we saw a couple of times over out to make sure say or acting as a sweeper. He was someone I know, yes, so he needed to unlearn what Barcelona. Not unlearning the new things about Barcelona, but he's been able to do it very well. And he said, morally, oh, can say, oh, said you, why are there? Tested in we're keeping in post now. New my so done at Dinwatimi, I am a come point for to me, and no, but this is not a church ground. This is football, and we take sporting decisions, not moral decisions. So whoever or best supporters tested in them and say Hansi Flick decided to tested in them, a sporting decision. It's not about moral ground. So you better tested in there. Now when I day near how was he ready for team of a friend a year Barcelona? No about them. Yan Soma for Inter Milan.
Yeah.
He was a goalkeeper at Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
When Manono ya pry and ya kofana buy. Manono ya buy and Yankase Yan Soma ya into one upon him. They needed to ship him out because of person that they had don't go Inter Milan because they are number one aba. And Ghana had a who be so goalkeeper ko waria by so on the bench. There be holding see why are there by still the first goalkeeper neba. Nay, who say, oh, in the mind of the coach, so bet me that post in man. He's not thinking about what idea. He's the number one, and definitely he'll be in the post. So that's another tested the bachelor in there, and no be justifying there. Actually, say the rest of the games are akka. o Barcelona no obetimi adam and obedemu a no betimi akoyie Barcelona see ehu bi ono attested ne Claudio Bravo see ehu bi got to a point in time na say Bravo ko na say Bravo asan but testing they feel say testing was the number one they wanted him to be the number one and they say oh that go no say then cry na say testing better pool when it's going to happen again if only we are faith na so betimi abo games a horror abasa airborne na definitely he will be in the post for team of Barcelona. We are taking sporting decisions and no moral decisions and no betimi abo a be enso atimi akoye look at your story be about a young guy our moka say wono na be the new Lamine Yamal and of course the be ameka me say uma wrefi okurom hene aben a oyira obedwam 2021 na COVID enso ewo ho no Yamal was a small boy. And fast forward 5 years from that COVID-19, 2021 till now. Oh boy, Yamal Gina, they say he's the man that all Yamal Barcelona team names which might take. And if you look at this young guy, anyhow, and who you're getting now, probably Obasa back, no one be team my friend Barcelona. And if you look at him, it will be a perfect fit for team my friend Barcelona. It seems to me that or a right-footed. This was a right-footed, not say Yamal left-footed. They are mostly, and I left for no. They have something special when it comes to football. So be a left, not a naturally gifted. I know more born here. There was so far anything right for no. But I say where you're right. Now Yamal left eye. You name the age there, but you give him like 5 years. That 5 years, no, you get a year Yamal being at the age of 23 years. And this guy will probably get to a point where 17 say the Yamal and they will take Barcelona team and with the right one with the left one. Definitely they are going to show say La Masia is back and 12 years old. Into 12 years. Next 5 years he's giving you the age of 17. Say the Yamal because 2021 and at 2020 Yamal was a year 12 years. And fast forward he's 17 years now and Yamal team a friend of Barcelona. He's one of their most important players, if the most important. This is a race of a cajon. Now, at the level Yamal now, it tells you, and you will trust Barcelona La Masia and say they will do a good job. Because if you look at Barcelona for no, so almost sell La Masia anymore, no almost say almost year, they bring out the best product. And now, afraid nearby Bobodi, why Barcelona need, why your football fan piano. What tell Amasia Wasema, and I know say you know the kind of quality they produce at that La Masia. And every single player will call through the ranks. And now just football they teach you a lot of things. And Yamal and so will testify to the fact that so call Barcelona La Masia you get something more than football. For a young guy to say Yamal, trying to let always people know say when he gets to the field, he's going to do the talk. How many of you 17-year-old players and they sound that confident to say the Yamal apart from off the field, or sounded that confident. When he gets to the field, he tells you say I'm confident outside the field. My park in the so born saying Bonanka Sanzono was hard. So look at your story. I was happy for team friend Barcelona, and they've really rediscovered what made them Barcelona. More than a club, they've really discovered. So the better meal here, no more Basa now. It got to a point. Basa natural, no, as they say, Capricorn, Basa any to buy players. Laporta trying to find ways and means selling livers, selling a writer, that's right, or selling to make sure say, oh yes, Basa for them to compete. I think they are bought me a friend in Barcelona, and he ever bought Laporta Basso or bar first one of the Edgema. And the second coming, he's been able to also do the job for team friend in Barcelona. So we are only wishing the guy well. Say he'll get to 17 years and no man. Yamal and to me, my team friend in Barcelona, or no be team Yaba, now what me Eddie Amon. And probably if they want to sell something that Omon yet, because I must say product, Basa for non tie and almost when they get to the team Lancasa proper. This is come back to one Kayaman and Bono Kayadanka, but they don't sell. But they will come and make things take for team friend Barcelona in their team. So for them to have really known, say they needed to go back and make sure say La Masia product, and about be the backbone of Barcelona. But we get the players doing the job for us and making sure say we are competing favorably. If you look at the kind of spending our teams maybe year. You talk of Atletico Madrid, you talk of Real Madrid, you talk of other teams or more and so spend no year. Now still Barcelona compete favorably, trying to make sure say they are winning treble. And I tell you say whoever was behind, you go back to La Masia. Now you're making sure say we are bringing our product, Nipakon and so to me I idea. Ebo Nipakon was and Laporta of course or Samba because I know one can never be about the dinner say. Because no matter me, money was there. He was misusing the money. No man to man from Barcelona. The desire is also or meant to me. He brought in players no money Barca players. He brought in players or Musikana he could share the form wasn't something that they make it sporting reason. In Tibasa could do baby an but Laporta some of the decisions sometimes I say long term a bit me Barcelona, but sometimes you need to forgo principles and make sure say currently you are getting something you want. Lewandowski ne Rafinha Muna and Kiejman registered for Barcelona. But now you've seen the kind of performance that players and then did the match in Barcelona. So you have Laporta Basso, La Masia, coaches listen technical to La Masia and so they are really doing well. I think a bottom of Barcelona for them to make sure say they are getting to the level of Mupe. This is the level that Barcelona pay. Say a bot Champions League in the final four, you hear Barcelona team and two team for a Bola Liga. Yeah, come over to La Liga, over to Barcelona team, yeah, Bo Copa de Real Jidata. Those are the kind of Neoma Barca for Nepe, and I'm happy they are getting it. The last 2-3 seasons have not been the best years for Team FN Barcelona. So me free more Champions League, Europa League, no matter free and all that. Yeah, I think it's something that I heard at your match. And this time around, or more and so I'm console or more echo yes or more, and I think that is the best one for them. So go Italia. Antonio Conte bet me at a year Scudetto no 5 times for 3 different clubs. And I think say if you look at where we free anybody over Bedra, I think say Conte and so Bojuma. If you look at him, I watch him from Juventus. Now all the hat trick, 3 Scudetto titles and so a year Juventus. Now bar Inter Milan, making sure to buy with Inter Milan. And Oba Napoli. Napoli at J a year league, in 2023 or so. But Napoli team are competitive favorably when it comes to winning the Italian Serie A. And looking at the fact that he started on a bad note, Emma Verona, now he was able to get 1 or 2 players, making sure that now Napoli is competing favorably, and he didn't come out. Napoli bet me a league, we need to make sure that you want to know Kuntabaso. This is a coach that Babiawakubiano he's been able to conquer. And over against Lecce. And if he's able to win, now keeping that performance, now keeping now, he is gradually getting to the point that Obaji the league for Team FN Napoli. If you look at Napoli matches and so Team Yaka Obo Lecce, no Obo Genoa next week, Obo Parma, NRV, Cagliari and so Team the last game for the year Serie A. If you look at these matches, now where say only the Inter Milan 3 points are. Now Timu say Antonio Conte bet me at league in Edesium now. And if you check Inter Milan so or more else games are aka for the rest of the year season. It seems that Inter for the and so yeah, a more than Kakran so to me the mom because Inter Milan it was something that and so I'm divided attention. As we speak, they are thinking of the Champions League, something that Omuji Biache. Yeah. So if they are thinking about something that is prioritized here, you would think of the Champions League. And they are playing against my friend here, Barcelona next week. And so over South on boy now. And you're good for teams now because you need anything like away go rule. So now it's like a clean slate. Obianshi. Yeah, born of floor. And whoever will touch on that said day, you are winning the game. And so if you look at them, even in the Serie A, they have Hellas Verona to play. They have Torino to play. They have Lazio. So if you look at their game, it's a bit difficult as compared to Team of Napoli. And I think there's no Napoli what a chance to make sure say or more trophy and so me and it's something that's sincere. The Bebo reference to no Kuntabaso. So for him to have able to win the Serie A with 3 different clubs, so to make with Napoli, he came to England at a point where now quality managers were Premier League him. He met Pep Guardiola. He met Jose Mourinho. he met Jurgen Klopp. But he was still able to make sure, say, the English Premier League. After so many games, and then he decided to go back to the tactics. Number 40 is working in the Premier League, which is the 3-back, and making sure that Olusu 3-1 to Arsenal. He never looked back. Made some certain decisions that brought out the best in players. Near GDA said they are finished product. He's worked with Lukaku at Team FN Inter Milan. He made people think that still Lukaku is okay and ready to play for Chelsea. He went to Chelsea, Nyoma and Koye. He came back to Napoli and Phil said, I still need Lukaku to come and do the thing for me. And he brought in Lukaku. And look at the kind of performance that Lukaku had. Scott McTominay was someone that Manchester United for no one who they good in him. He brought him in, and now when you are talking about most of our players, some of them in the Serie A, you talk of Scott McTominay. So it tells you that this is a manager that will define, say, when you give him the opportunity to win new leagues, he will definitely do the job for you. And DIABY he needs to work on, and I don't know why till now he's failed to work on a play in Europe. Apart from winning whatever with any teams playing the league and making sure we name something that hitting so high when it comes to European football. So I think so the Inter Milan the ball against Xavi in the Europa League. Yeah. I went to Miami. That was the height of the coaching career when it comes to European football. Getting to the final of European competition. Either than that, with Juventus or by Europa, no man shall them far. With Chelsea or Europa, no man shall them far. And I think that is something that he needs to work on. He needs to work on. If he's able to work on the Champions League, the Europa League, and Conference League or whatever when it comes to European competitions, when he's able to work on it perfectly, I think that he will be going down as one of the best managers in the world, because not so many managers in our coaching system and I will be able to win trophies at any given time when given the team. Winning leagues. League general is something that is very difficult. You need consistency, you need committed players, and you need to keep on monitoring a lot of people before they reach the league. But what did 3 times with Juventus? What did with Inter Milan? And he's on course to win with Team FN Napoli. When you come to England, he's been able to win with Team FN Chelsea. So he's really done well when he's able to make sure the Champions League, the Europa League, the Conference League, when they get the opportunity, or the league, I think that he will go down as one of the best managers. So open league in Kwan, team there. And he will come and win you the league. And I think that or energy. Tottenham for no they are not serious. I'm hearing say Nipa was standing favorite. So big my former man say Angie Postecoglou Xavi Hernandez. If that is the case, Daniel Levino, he is not being serious. He is dropping in standard when it comes to coaching. Because he feels Udrubabia, now the team now a team where he can just toss coaches around. Because Pochettino do that level now. They were competing every single season for the top 4. They played in the Champions League final. He felt that the team now be a team now. Coaches need to come and beg for Ejuma. And during those times, so Pochettino he needed trophy. But now trophy. When you bring in your same, a right appointment. Because all you do baby now a trophy aja. He's someone that or a serial winner to wait my trophy in the amount. He went to final one pamon to start trophy no more to from your same you go into coach to say Antonio Conte Matiaba. Antonio Conte is a serial winner. Issues Antonio Conte left. Espirito Santo Mbeninamu or Moko. So if you look at the coach that were they buy after Pochettino Coeno and now the kind of coach that were they buy, I think Daniel Levino is what him from Quine. Because Xavi Nankasano, it wouldn't be a good idea for him to also go to Tottenham. Because he was complaining at Barcelona that Barca and 2 players. A place that we feel a place for a year or more team, which of course we are there, giving more than 15 or so a year debut to a Barcelona for all myself products. You were doing well, but the complaints was too much. Daniel Levy, a chief negotiator when it comes to selling players. But when it comes to bringing in players, he is not someone that or bringing high quality players to make sure that we will compete favorably. So I think that for the 2 parties, for Tottenham, for Daniel Levy and Xavi, it wouldn't be a good marriage. Because they are on the part. Xavi now need players to make sure they will get things done. Then 11 is only now so more players now. So I think so me no be ever worry aware enya ware papa but ebia was the Koglu Subeti na de no was in the second season there or GBB.
Yeah.
And already we are no see probably he will be in the Europa League final and with Manchester United or English affair.
Or bit match Man
U.
Tottenham for.
Manchester United don't even trust almost. But they do what they do.
But they are doing very well. So cool.
Yes,
do more NHS team be out then baby
or the national level. But said America I say was the Koglu say the second season
or the trophy.
What free FA Cup.
Yeah.
A year for your boy you want me. Premier League no own to Europa League no what chance of it me aje. Into if they suddenly the corners was in the second season, which of course over the track record now. Oh yeah. That means all the Europa League never to ever in Tottenham. Whoever come to the final of home. What do you do? I bet you go.
But Mama Kika messages kakra on Facebook. Arthur Samuel. Good morning, Abu. El Shaddai, watching you loud and clear inside Sunyani Abisim. In fact,